Hello. In this video I'm going to show you how I get the bases done simple and easy. I start off using this Vallejo earth texture, and I'll put a link down in the description. It doesn't take much, especially on these bases, but I'm real fond of this product. I use it on a lot of wargaming bases that I need just a rough texture. The cost is very effective. I think I've only bought 2 jars of this in the last, and I have currently a pretty full jar, but it just lasts forever. So I have a tool that I don't mind getting dirty. Just put a little bit on there. This is what we're trying to do is just break up these relatively large open smooth areas on the base. It doesn't look like much here, but once you put the actual models or the units on there, and the eye is distracted and it's not just drawn to these open areas, so we just want to put a little bit on there. And I do the same thing with the actual individual models on the game, just a little bit. I don't want a full coverage. I think that would be too much. I just want something to break it up. And the drying time on this, I'm here in Arizona, it's pretty dry, so it probably sat for an hour or so. And then just prime them. These were 3D printed bases because I didn't get the bases with the expansion. You could use just a rattle can primer. I just do everything in the air booth, spray booth. Just it's easier for me, and I don't have to wait as long because of the smell from the propellant and the rattle cans. So, but I would recommend going with a black. Make sure to get the sides of the bases as well. I like painting those a little different color than the top. And then, and you can do this. I already put on one layer. I forgot to film, but this is just the dark umber from Pro Acryl. And this is what I'm going to use for the bases on all the models and the holders, the multi bases here. And it doesn't have to be a complete coverage like 100% everywhere. It's dirt. There's going to be variance in the shadows and stuff. And then once that dries, I do a dry brush with some of that dark umber and some ivory, just something to lighten it up, and just to hit the high spots, just to, again, we want this to be visually distracting. I do like doing this when possible with the models on there, even though it's a little more difficult, just so that my dry brush kind of looks a little more consistent, across the units. Not that big of a deal. I've done it both, with the models on and without, and gone back, many times. Now I want to put some grass in here, and this is where I think it's key for this step, because it disguises the circles where the models set in there. I'm not a fan of total all over grass. Again, I just want this is simple, so I just want it to be a minor feature of the model. So I do put dots of glue around where the model is set in. I do glue my models into the base. And then I have this mix of just scenery flock, some green and some yellow. Just again, more than one color. I want it to look a little different. So put that on there, knock it off. See if there's any areas, like on this one, it's like, oh, there's this area that, I kind of just want, to put some grass in there to break up the area. So super simple. I like doing these in batches of what I'm trying to paint for that week or whatever. And there we go. We have the finished models. there. Then paint the rim. You can either paint it that same color as the dirt, or I like, I think I use mahogany a lot of times. It's just a little richer and another color. I hope this video helped you either come up with an idea or elaborate on your current ideas for your bases. And if you would, like and subscribe to the channel, and have a great day.